Hey, Carter, I guess. Um, my first video on this specific channel, this is gonna be a thing between me and a whole bunch of my friends, hopefully. I already have 2 people interested, but, anyways, this is a video on why the points that I'm trying to make on why we should not necessarily remember the Holocaust. If you get through the whole video, you'll probably understand a little bit more instead of, hating me. But I don't really care. I can post whatever opinions I want, so, and it's my given right as a United States citizen. Bill of Rights, U.S. Constitution, I have the right of press and amendment, freedom of speech, religion and belief, so you saying something isn't really going to do anything to me. Let's get started then, I guess. Let me just group things on my laptop right now. There are no significant reasons. We should be focusing on the events that have happened or are happening in the United States currently. Why are we focusing on an event that happened 70 years ago in a completely different country that we didn't do anything about then? And if you want to say that we did by ending World War II, we really didn't. So what, we won World War II. Newsflash, Adolf Hitler killed himself with a cyanide pill. And without Hitler's dictation, the Nazi army wasn't going to kill the Jews because, he was the dictator, he was the one involved, he was the one in charge of the whole thing. So we didn't kill him, capture him, anything. Nothing, like I said before, nothing serious actually occurred to prevent or stop the event back then. Nobody actually did anything. Like I said, the way it ended was Hitler did kill himself, and if he did not, the Holocaust would have went on. Remembering it isn't necessarily affecting us dramatically. It's not changing our lives in an escalated way. We don't need to worry about anything. It's not doing anything. Holocaust isn't affecting me whatsoever. Let's see. It won't change the occurrence of the Holocaust, and meaning that it's talking about it now, saying that it was horrible, isn't going to affect. It's not going to affect it. It's not going to affect the fact that 6 million plus Jews got killed by the Nazi army. It's not really doing anything. We're just talking about a whole bunch of people in a huge event that happened 70 years ago. And yes, this point does slightly contradict with the first thing that I said, but mainly the first thing that I said was mainly just to get it started, and it's mainly because we should be focusing on stuff that is happening now, but I thought I'd bring up what happened before, but we never focused on it then in our own country either. Talking about it now, talking about the Holocaust now, and remembering it now, and being forced to remember it, it's not going to bring back the 6 million plus Jews that got murdered and tortured. It's not going to do anything. They're still going to be dead. It's not making us better people or anything. It's not gonna bring them back. It's not gonna make them rest in peace or anything. It's just like talking about some other dead dude that's across your street. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna prevent or stop the happenings of genocide or mass murder in other countries around the world. Like, if you want to go with an example, right now there's Sudan and South Sudan up in Africa, and the government is right now killing a whole bunch of citizens because of I mean, this is actually going to be on a website that I'm creating right now for with my friends and everything, and some of the stuff is going to be on here on YouTube, and some of the stuff that won't be on YouTube is going to be on the website. We're also going to have a Google Blogger account, and I'm going to try to set up a Tumblr for it. There should be a whole bunch of stuff for it, depending on how this whole thing goes. The whole point, we are learning about it in school, and the whole point of being educated in a school system, at least in general, is to be prepared for the world. That includes job hunting, which, by the way, being forced to remember the Holocaust isn't going to prepare us for job hunting. It's also not going to prepare us for proper living. It's also not going to prepare us to survive in general out in the world. There's literally nothing that's going to come out of this that's going to be good. Like, there's nothing about remembering the Holocaust, or being forced to, at least. Now, schools should educate the students about the Holocaust. They should. I think that it's completely understandable, but only to certain extents. People should know what the Holocaust was and what happened during it, meaning it was a genocide-filled occurrence, and there were Jewish people got sent to concentration camps and death camps because Adolf Hitler, wanted to make a pure race and stuff like that. They should know who started it, how it started, and why. But students should not be forced to read books about the Holocaust. Students also shouldn't be forced to do research and type papers about it for school, because I am actually doing a paper right now, or I just did, and I had to read a book from one of the survivors of the Holocaust, and I almost freaked out on the teacher because I don't completely agree with this, and we have to do a speech about why the Holocaust is so important, and it's going to be a little bit worse than this video, but I can't get in trouble for it because they can't. I mean, like I said, it's my given right. If they want to frown upon it, they can frown upon it, but they can't get me in any trouble. Taking those extra steps does not truly do anything useful for students, especially when it doesn't help them get a job out in the world, like I said. I mean, like, the whole point of school is supposed to be to survive in the real world. What's reading a book that some dude wrote gonna do anything? We've been able to read since, like, the first grade. And what I mean by that is when we've been able to comprehend things, but we've also had English, core classes and stuff like that to help us with that. And we know how to read. We don't need to read 2 or 3 books each quarter, and then especially ones that aren't really going to do anything. I'm not saying that we shouldn't read books in general for school, but I'm saying that we should read ones that actually have a legitimate purpose. I understand if the individuals that feel sympathy for the loss of lives of the helpless victims. I mean, like, yes, there's a whole bunch of people that died. I mean, like, you gotta feel bad for a little bit of it, but really making a dramatic, like, just the whole entire thing of it's not gonna do anything. I can also understand if an individual is Jewish, mainly because of the cultural aspect of it. I mean, like, if you're Jewish and, like, say your grandmother got killed in the Holocaust, that's one thing, but that's like honestly one of the only exceptions that I can think of that, in my perspective, is understandable. Some people try to remember the Holocaust extensively because they do not like the manslaughter, which, like, it's also understandable. But yet again, there's manslaughter, and there's homicide, and there's persecution going on in our country right now, and there's a lot more stuff going on in this country right now that we're not focusing on. We should focus more on what's happening to us rather than what's happening to other countries, especially when it's past tense, especially when it's so past tense as to 70 years ago. I am not posting this video to spread out hatred or purposely offend anyone. This is just my own opinion on a topic that I randomly chose. if this video if this video does offend you, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, dislike it. I don't care. I'm not doing this to please you. I'm doing this to spread out my opinion, and the people that do agree with it, or agree with most of it, then go ahead, thumbs it up. But I'm not doing it to, spread any hatred towards an individual or purposely offend anyone. Like I previously stated, I'm not attempting to offend anyone. I have my own right, like I said, I have my own right as a United States citizen and my own beliefs. I just wanted to express my opinion and the non-importance of being forced to remember the Holocaust. So, there you go. There's my video for, my first video for this playlist. Go ahead, flag it, dislike it, or you can share it. You can like it, you can add it to your favorites, do whatever. Comment. I don't care if you don't like it or if you do like it. If you comment, please try not to comment and try to insult me, or try not to insult this video, because there's really no point. It's not going to do anything to me. What's it going to do? It's just going to make you look like a dumbass. Because, like I said, I don't care what you think if it has to do with and trying to insult me or contradict or completely disagreeing with this video. All I'm trying to say is, if comment as in like great job on the video, or comment as in some other points that I might have missed on why we shouldn't, or like maybe comment an understandable reason not to remember it, not being forced to remember it, just to remember it in general. Because I might have missed some. I'm only 14, but so yeah, like I said, like it, share it, whatever. Thanks for watching.